سلام، مهدی نوری هستم و توی این ویدیو با هم میخوایم بریم سراغ قسمت اول از کتاب کار درس سوم، کتاب American Headway سطح دوم. توی درس سوم با هم دیگه درباره simple past یعنی گذشته ساده خوندیم و یک گرامر جدید یاد گرفتیم با عنوان past continuous یعنی گذشته استمراری که با شکل was or were plus ing ساخته می شد. حالا بریم توی این کتاب ورکبوک با هم دیگه اینو حسابی تمرینش کنیم. Across the channel in a chair. این آقایی که توی تصویر میبینید اسمش هست جاناتان ترپ. این آقا کانال انگلیس رو از انگلیس به سمت فرانسه با یه صندلی که بهش بادکنک بسته شده بوده طی کرده. Now read this paragraph and fill the blanks with the past form of the verbs given here.
Jonathan Trapp tied 54 balloons to a chair and floated across the English Channel. He became the first person to cross the English Channel with balloons filled with helium. Mr. Trapp, 36, set off from an airfield near Ashford at 5 a.m. He reached a height of 2,280 meters and traveled at the top speed of 40 kilometers per hour.
Float به معنی شناور شدنه. And floated across the English Channel. با اون صندلیش به حالت شناور از یک طرف کانال انگلیس به طرف دیگه رفته. دقت کنید که گذشته فعل set همون set هستش. نه از نظر نوشتاری تغییر میکنه نه از نظر تلفظی. height میشه ارتفاع. تا ارتفاع 2280 متری پرواز کرده. Now let's continue the story. The trip was over 22 miles and it took over 3 hours. He landed in a field near northern France. He controlled his landing by cutting away some of the balloons. He planned the trip carefully. He needed permission from aviation authorities and he was equipped with a GPS, a radio and oxygen masks. میگه که حتما لازم داشته که از مراجع قانونی هوانوردی aviation به معنی هوانوردیه. authorities کسایی که رأس امور هستن و کارها بهشون مربوط میشه. باید از اونها اجازه میگرفته. He was equipped یعنی مجهز بوده به GPS، رادیو و ماسک اکسیژن. Mr. Trapp thinks it's a wonderful way to fly. A gas balloon flies in complete silence, he says. I could hear the waves from a height of 300 meters. As a child, I always had a dream of holding a bunch of balloons and floating away into space. Didn't everybody? میگه من وقتی که بچه بودم به این نکته خیلی دقت کنید که فعلی که برای دریم استفاده میکنیم یعنی رویا داشتن have a dream هستش. میگه رویای اینو داشتم که یه تعدادی بادکنک رو بگیرم دستم و بعد باهاشون پرواز کنم. و آخرش هم پرسه آیا همه این رویا رو نداشتن؟ The first balloon crossing of the English Channel was in 1785. A Frenchman, Jean-Pierre Blancard, and an American doctor, John Jeffries, flew from Dover in Calais in 2.5 hours. Now let's work on question forms and negatives. Complete the questions about Jonathan Trapp. Look at the example. How did he cross the English Channel?
He crossed the English Channel in a chair tied to balloons.
Be careful that to make questions about simple past, for some questions we need did plus the simple form of the verb, and for some other questions we use was or were as the main verb of the sentence. Number 2. How many balloons did he have?
He had 54 balloons.
3. What time did he set off?
He set off at 5 a.m.
Set off به معنی شروع کردن سفره. میگه چه ساعتی سفرش رو شروع کرد. 4. How fast did he travel?
He traveled at the top speed of 40 kilometers per hour.
5. How long did the trip take?
The trip took over 3 hours.
6. Where did he land?
He landed in a field in northern France.
7. What equipment did he have?
He had a GPS, a radio, and oxygen masks.
8. When was the first balloon crossing?
The first balloon crossing was in 1785.
پس تمام سوالیامون اینجا از سوال 1 تا 7 شدن. دید به اضافه شکل ساده فعل فقط سوال 8 از was به عنوان فعل اصلی داریم استفاده میکنیم. میگه when was the first balloon crossing، یعنی این اولین عبور از روی کانال با بالون یعنی بادکنک کی بوده. Now correct the information in these sentences. Look at the example. Jonathan sat in a basket. He didn't sit in a basket, he sat in a chair. Stop the video, do the rest, and then we will check them.
Two. He set off from his garden.
He didn't set off from his garden. He set off from an airfield.
3. He started his trip at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
He didn't start his trip at 5 in the afternoon. He started at 5 a.m., 5 in the morning.
4. He flew at 500 meters.
He didn't fly at 500 meters. He flew at 2,280 meters.
5. The trip was over 50 miles.
The trip wasn't over 50 miles. It was over 22 miles. خب برای منفی کردن افعال گذشته اومدیم از دیدنت به اضافه شکل ساده فعل استفاده کردیم. اما وقتی فعل اصلی جملمون was و یا were بود اومدیم از wasn't و weren't استفاده کردیم. Now answer the questions with short answers. Look at the example. Did he cross the English Channel by boat?
No, he didn't.
Two. Did he sit in a chair?
Yes, he did.
3. Did he land in the sea?
No, he didn't.
4. Did he need permission to make the trip?
Yes, he did.
5. Did John Jeffries cross the English Channel in 1785?
Yes, he did.
Regular and irregular verbs for past. Write the simple past of these verbs. Be careful with the spelling. For the verbs which end in Y and before Y you have a consonant, you need to delete Y, change it to I, and then add ed. For example, study, studied. Try, tried. Hurry, hurried. If there is an E at the end of the verb, you just need to add D. Die, died. Live, lived. Arrive, arrived. If your verb is one syllable, plan, stop, hop, and at the end you have one vowel and one consonant, you need to double the consonant. Plan, planned. It's written with double N. Stop, stopped. Double P. Hop, hopped. Double P. Hop means jump. And some verbs have irregular forms. Make, made. Feel, felt. Send, sent. Know, knew. Now listen and tell us which of these past tense verbs rhyme. It means they have the same form of pronunciation. وقتی با هم rhyme میکنن یعنی یک آوا رو دارن. مثالش رو ببینید. Made, paid. هر دو صدای aid دارن. پس اینا با هم rhyme میکنن یعنی هم آوا هستن. Listen and choose the ones that rhyme.
Unit 3, Exercise 3, Part 2. 1.
made, paid.
2,
paid, said,
3,
Cut, put.
4,
read, said,
5,
Heard, made.
6,
could, stood,
7,
Broke, took.
8,
ate, met,
9,
Won, ran.
10,
bought, caught.
The ones that rhyme are read, said, could, stood, and bought, caught.
Time expressions. In, at, on. Stop the video, do the exercise yourself, then check them with us.
On Sunday, in 2010, at 8 o'clock, in the winter, on Monday morning, at or on the weekend, at British, on American, at Christmas, in April, in the morning, at night, in the 1990s, at midnight.
اون اسی که انتهای 1990s گذاشته شده تبدیلش میکنه به یه decade، یعنی یک دهه، یعنی از 1900 تا 1999. و برای کریسمس دقت کنید که خود لغت کریسمس تنها باشه میگیم at Christmas، ولی اگه داشتین Christmas Day اون موقع میگید on Christmas Day، به خاطر اینکه میدونید که برای روزها ما از on استفاده میکنیم. مثلا میگیم on my birthday، on Sunday، on Monday، so we will say on Christmas Day. Now for these ones, write last before them or ago after them. For example, we say last week. We don't say week ago. You can say 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. 2. Last night. 3. A week ago. 4. 10 years ago. 5. Last year. 6. 2 months ago. دقت کنید که وقتی از last و ago استفاده میکنید دیگه حروف اضافه این آن ات رو احتیاج نداریم. Now complete the conversation with words from the box. Pause the video, do it yourself, then we will check it with each other. When's your birthday?
In September.
What day?
It's on the 13th.
What year were you born?
I was born in 1991. When's your birthday?
It was a couple of weeks ago, actually. My birthday was on the 7th.
Really? What did you do on your birthday?
Not much. When I was 21, I had a huge birthday with fireworks at midnight. And last year we went to a club, but this year was very quiet.
Well, we are having a party for Sally's birthday. It's next Saturday at 8 o'clock. Do you want to come?
Great! I'd love to. اونجایی که میگه when I was 21 I had a huge party. Huge means very 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 big. یعنی یه پارتی و مهمونی خیلی بزرگ داشتم with fireworks. Fireworks میشه آتش بازی. Okay, until here we were talking about simple past. Now let's start talking about past continuous. Look at this picture and complete these sentences. When I arrived at work, Dave and Ellie were chatting next to the photocopier. Look, we are using past continuous form, which is was or were plus ing فرم. وقتی که من رسیدم الی و دیو داشتن کنار دستگاه فتوکپی با هم صحبت می‌کردن.
Two. When I arrived at work, Penny was eating a cupcake. 3. When I arrived at work, Martin was drinking coffee. 4. When I arrived at work, Sally was shopping online. And 5. When I arrived at work, Rob and Matt were talking about last night's game.
Now complete these questions. Number 1. Who was Dave talking to?
He was talking to Ellie.
2. What was Penny eating?
She was eating a cupcake.
3. What were you shopping, Sally?
I was shopping a new dress.
4. What were you talking to Matt about, Rob?
I was talking about the game.
And now complete the negative sentences. Look at the example. Martin wasn't drinking tea.
2. Dave and Ellie weren't using the photocopier. 3. Sally wasn't doing any work. 4. Rob and Matt weren't talking about work.
رسیدیم به پایان بخش اول از ورکبوک درس سوم. توی بخش بعدی میخوایم با همدیگه بریم سراغ نیوز ستوریز و یه سری داستانهای خبری با همدیگه بخونیم. پس بریم سراغ ویدیوی بعد برای بخش دوم ورکبوک درس 3.